Our purpose is to know thyself, leading to the greatest self-realization secret. This awesome truth, purposely kept from your knowing. Your true nature is God. A divine fire star lives within your heart, a liquid sphere of ethereal light, a living sea of radiantly burning love fire, divinely gifted within you as your master, magnetic center. To assist each other in remembering and focusing our awareness upon the majestic and magical fire star of your being. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Remember the one law. Whatever you focus on, you become one with and aware of. Focus on your divine fire star as a living ocean of nirvana within your heart. Passionately inhale your focus into the omnipotent sea of divine love. Remember the one law. Whatever you focus on, you become one with and aware of. Focus on your divine fire star as a living ocean of nirvana within your heart. Passionately inhale your focus into the omnipotent sea of divine love.
Greetings and welcome, family, to Magnus Crystal's Pyramids. Thank you for joining us. I am waiting for the featured guest today, Sheikh Sufi. I want to thank and invite the presence of Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Sheikh Ibrahim. I want to thank and invite the latest Christ born in the Congo, named Simeon Toko. I want to thank and invite Yeshua, Mary of Magdalene, Saint Germain, Black Madonna, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, Nikolai Tesla, Enoch the Ethiopian who ascended into the heavens and became Metatron. I want to thank and invite Sanat Kumara, Lady Buddha, Lady Krishna, all the ascended masters. I want to thank you for being alive at this time. You know what? I'm going to keep my headphones off. Y'all can hear me. Let me know if the sound is good. Wherever you're listening in from, put in the comments so we can get an overview of what part of the world you're listening in from. Right now in Touba, it's, I think Sheikh Sufi said it's 5 hours ahead, so it's around 7 o'clock. 3 plus 5 is 7. So I'm waiting on him to join us. Here in the New York City area, it's cold, man. It's cold. It's freezing out. Let me check and see what the temperature is out here. Right now, it's 26 degrees. So if you somewhere south and warmer, you know, put in the comments so we can warm up. Just knowing that you are in a good place of warmth, whether it's in the tropics, the Caribbean, Africa, Australia, Hawaii, Texas. While we are waiting for our brother to join us. Sheikh Sufi is an amazing individual, scholar, published author, speaks and teaches Wolof. And what I found really impressive about Wolof, it's been found that Wolof is an ancient Egyptian dialect. You know, because I would hear people say, oh, the ancient Kemetic, you know, the ancient Egyptian language is dead. And then I say, well, Wolof is an ancient Egyptian dialect, factual. I think it was brought up by Sheikh Diop, and it's alive and well in Senegal. So for all of you who's in the audience, I hope you have a warm cup of Kinkaliba tea. Better to drink tea and no food than food and no tea. Let me see where Sheikh Sufi is, because we're waiting on him right now. Let me see. Where is he? Sheikh Sufi. I'm going to try calling him. Hold on, y'all. I hope you can find a good signal somewhere in Senegal. Okay, so we just got to wait. I guess he's working on it. What else is there to share? Here he is, right here. Pardon me. Sufi.
Hey, Molana, I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. How about now? We hear you good.
Turn the volume up because I can barely hear you.
We hear you good. We can hear you.
Yeah, but I think I need to hear you too.
I'm gonna let you let it flow, bro. Go ahead, do your thing. Put it on them.
All right.
Do your thing, Sheikh Sufi. You got the audience listening to you.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. We give you the love, the light, and the salams from the holy city of Touba Senegal. We want to take you on a spaceship and give you some chanting before we start speaking from the writings of our beloved master, Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba Khadim Rasul. And first of all, I want to thank Ankh Rising Sun for having someone like me on this show. Really blessing, me and him
Man.
go way back to afros and perms. So I'm always excited to be on the show with our incredible shaman, Ankh Rising Sun. Biggie Smalls and the illest coming from Brooklyn. How's everything in New York, man?
Cold, bro. It's cold.
Man, I was outside in a. You could go outside in a t-shirt in Senegal. It's still hot out here, man. It's still hot.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
All right, so I'm gonna give a little chanting and then we start, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Allahumma ya akramu salli ala sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima ulika wa katimi lima sabakana sirul haqi bil haq wa hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wa miqdar al-azim muhaibul nafi fi madai shafi adiya Sheikh al-Kadim bismi ilahi yanmuluhai bila manahi walentihai bismi ilahi yanmuluhai bila manahi walentihai hamdan li rabbi kairi murabbi qadra makalbi biliktidai lahu shukuri bila kufuri wa nasiri minhu fidai lahu ktirabi bila tirabi lahu kitabi ma'ati da'i lakaridai lakatanai lakatijai ma'asi da'i ya man shafani ya man hamani amen jafani bima huidai asbil suturi asli umuri kathir kuyuri bila kidai ya man ajaba mani istajaba habli ijaba bidhani dai ya da dalali ya khaira wali ajib duai ya da dalali ya da damali ya khaira wali safilu hai ya da wuhudi ya da wujudi kuli bijudi bilanti hai safi wusuli bila gufuli lijud bisuli jamil ridai habli tilawa ma'al halawa habli riaya lada ladai aslata hali bila
Hello.
tihali bilali bila bukai bikba matabi wahmi janabi
Oh, I
wasu
got Sheikh Sufi on right now.
jami tatai ina
Sheikh Sufi
garura
on YouTube.
wanhu gurura habli nusura
I'm gonna call you
ma'ati
back.
Kuli Nawala, Yumi Kamala, Yamenta Allah, and Shurukai, Zita Hudaya, Kuta Hadaya, Libiridaya, Dunastikai, Yakira Mugni, Anabi Mani, Alehi Uni, Bilagalai, Laka Shukuri, Indadu Yuri, Yada Kusuri, Bilajalai, Yamen Kasani, Yamen Sakani, Yamen Hamani, Anil Kalai, Enta Muradi, Enta Imadi, Nahwe Fuadi, Yadadi Yai, Zazata Aibi, Athabta Reibi, Tahata Jaibi, Kalaski Yai, and Heta Sadie, Tayeb Tamadi, Kuli Bikadi, Kalaskiyai, Yakeda Muhi, Kuli Birahi, Wakedi Sahi, Kalaskiyai, Hablistikama, Kinil Malama, Hablil Karama, Bidili Wai, Bidil Jamali, Bidil Kamali, Bidil Maali, Bidil Dawai, Yadel Jalali, Yamuta Ali, Yakeda Wali, Ajib Duai, Yadel Jalali, Yamuta Ali, Yakeda Wali, Ajib Duai. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad الفاتح لما أغلق وكاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره والمقدار الذي Marcus say. Brother Unc, I gotta say something that's pretty funny before we get started. You see this?
Yeah. Oh, hold. Let me put up full screen. Yeah, what's that?
That's Arabic.
Wow.
Arabic written by Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. But what's so funny is I posted up a picture recently and I was holding the book in Arabic, you know, reading the book, and I did post it online. This Arab lady gonna ask me, do you read Arabic? I text her back, do you suck dick? Like, no, man, it's time. I'm not playing with these Arabs. Why you nah, bitch, I'm looking at the page. I'm looking at the letters. Wow. I was hot. Why you gonna I'm on the picture holding a book like this, and she gonna ask me, do you read Arabic?
What's that about? What's up with that?
Some of these people are still racist. Some of these people are still racist. To me, that's an insult. That's an insult. Wow. So you think I'm just faking the funk, just looking at the pic, looking at the, nah, I can't read the Arabic. I'm just looking at the letters.
Wow. So how come
that
nobody
today, man? That happened today. That's why I'm saying that I have to ask the audience, forgive me for cursing, but that happened today, fam.
Can you see that?
What they say?
What zikr is this?
Woo! So we are here to represent one of the highest masters on the planet Earth. And this is one of his writings. I'm gonna see if I can find it. His picture is not in this book. So that's his picture in the front, named Sheikh Ahmed Bamba.
Wow.
This was written by Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, and it's a qaside. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba said, my writings can take you directly to Allah. This qaside in particular contains the light of the saints that were in Mauritania when he wrote this. So when you start chanting this, it's taking you straight up to the light of the Prophet Muhammad and the light of Allah just by reciting it. And I know the brother who asked the question, I want to ask you, what did you feel while when I was reciting this? What did you feel?
I'll tell you, yo, it was so smooth and it had rhythm. And it was like, I could hear drums.
Yeah, this is African Sufism. This is what we call West African Tasawwuf, highly potent for the transformation and alchemization of the human being into the divine being. Our master, Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, has the exact science for the transformation of the caterpillar into the butterfly, for the transformation of your bad qualities into the good qualities, and for the transformation of your human attributes into the 99 names of Allah. So we are about reaching what we learned in the Moorish Science Temple, Islam. In the Moorish Science Temple, we have a concept of reaching a state called deific life. Deific life is when you are living at a level beyond that of the average human being, and the power of Allah, who is actually your true self, is operating your system and functioning through you, so that when people see you, as the prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, said, when you have seen me, you have seen the Father. When you have seen the true Sufi master, you have seen Allah. And this is the possibility of every human being on the planet to become a divine avatar.
Wow. So, Sheikh Sufi, so many people. I think Kinkaliba T is amazing, and I thank Sheikh Amadou Bamba and Sheikh Ibrafal. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Let me move. Okay, go ahead.
Family. He just went off, but he's gonna come back. But what I just wanted to say is, I believe, and y'all could comment while we're waiting because he'll be back. He's speaking from Senegal right now, in the city of Touba. So King Aliba T is. Oh, here he is, right here. Here he is. Okay.
I had the speaker covered. Now I can hear you quite well. Yeah, Bismillah. Continue.
Yeah. King Aliba T. Was that King Aliba T you was drinking?
That was Coke 45. It works every time.
Okay. All right.
But now they usually drink the Kikliba in the morning.
Oh.
The Kikliba is a very holy tea, and they usually drink that in the morning.
Okay. Because I like drinking it all day.
What?
All day. I even drink it before I go to bed. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah, I think it's, the health benefit. You know more about the health benefits than me, but I think it deals with high blood pressure, sugar, diabetes, all types of sicknesses.
Yeah.
Is cured by a leaf from Senegal called Sehar or Kinkliba.
So tell me, people in Senegal, how healthy are they? The average person in Senegal compared to America?
Man, you asked $1 million question. You know, when I ride the bus or the train in Philadelphia or New York, the look on the people's faces is like death is approaching them, and you don't see very many smiles. But in Senegal, you see people smiling all day like they hit the lottery, brother Aunt. You don't see people walking around with long, drawn, sad faces looking like they about to jump somebody. I haven't seen anybody with a sad face.
Wow.
You don't see that.
Wow. And you know what? Oh, you got a bunch of comments, man. You got a bunch of folks listening in. I put here about that song. Prayer sounds amazing. Rhyming so smooth. Yo, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, wherever you are, I hope you hear me. That was a smooth groove, rhythmic flow of a song that I could hear drums playing, man, while you was chanting. You ever have drums play while you chanting that song?
Brother, if I walk out my house right now, about half a block away, this in the sand, it's some bifal over there drumming and zikkering and dancing right now. If I go outside the door, you might be able to hear him drumming and dancing.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be some drumming in West Africa.
Now, here in America, like the regular Muslims, I don't ever hear them drumming. How come there's a difference? What's the difference, Sheikh Sufi?
Yeah, this is a great question for those who are practicing Al-Islam and Islam in America and the West. There are some Muslims who say that music is haram. So I got to tell a funny story. I got a funny story that happened in Philadelphia. I was on the block with some Muslim guys, and one of the guys was saying music is haram. And I was like, nah, music ain't haram. And he was like, let's go in the store and ask Habib. The guy on the corner store was a Muslim guy from overseas. And this is very important what he said. We went in the store and asked the Muslim guy, is music haram? Listen to what he said. He said, your music is haram. My music is not haram. That's a deep statement. Because in the Western music, you got pornography, murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. I'ma come in your house, stab your mama, rape your baby, all kind of oaths be lying when they say regime. But a lot of the music and some, like, they got some incredible music in Senegal, but all of it is about African culture, family, being good to your children, being positive, thinking positive. All of the music over here is a positive content. And that's why the guy said, your music is haram and my music is halal. But the bottom line is music is not haram in Islam. That's just some people's opinion.
Wow, that's powerful, because I think somebody hijacked black soul R&B music here in America. Some evil, cynical, diabolical, insidious record companies hijacked music to make people's, like you said, haram. I'm glad I asked that question, because I like the rhythm of that song you just sang.
I have this on, we have this translated to English. Anybody who wants a copy, if you email me, SheikhSufi@gmail.com, and just ask me to send you the poem that I was chanting, we have it transliterated for people who don't read Arabic so that they can chant it.
Oh,
and
that's
we have
awesome.
it translated to English so people can see what the Sheikh is saying. But this is an incredible poem in praise of the Prophet Muhammad and in worship of Allah, written by the avatar Sheikh Ahmed Bamba.
Sheikh Sufi at Gmail?
Yep, SheikhSufi@gmail.com.
I like that song, man. Yeah, that is awesome. I'm going to scroll that while you're talking. Sheikh Sufi, could you share with us the connection between Wolof and ancient Egypt?
Get your hand out my pocket. This is always a favorite question, because there's a book that I regret not buying. I saw a book here in Senegal about 20 years ago. The book was in French, and that's the only reason I didn't buy it. But the title of the book was the Egyptian origins of the Wolof language.
Wow.
Yeah. So what happened is, everybody knows that in ancient Khemet they had hieroglyphics. Right. But the hieroglyphics was not the spoken language of the Khemetan people. They had a different language that was spoken amongst the common people. So the people in West Africa, specifically in Senegal, when you look at the language of Wolof and you study the spoken language that they were speaking in Kemet, a lot of the words in Wolof come from the Kemetic original language. And when I talked to the people in Senegal about this, they said for sure, they said that people in ancient Kemet migrated and traveled across the Sahara Desert and settled here in West Africa. That's why the language is very similar. And the Sufi system is basically an extension of what we had in the ancient Kemetic system of realization in the pyramids.
Wow, that's amazing. So is it okay that I leave this cartouche around you while you're talking? Is that cool?
Man, I'm African, very African. Come and step into the temple, see what's happening. That's Brother Jay from X Clan.
I used to have
a cartouche back in the day. I used to wear a cartouche.
Yeah, and special acknowledgement to this Egyptian artist brother or Kemetic artist named Metu, Metu, and he said it's called a shanu. So I want to just say thank you, Metu, for creating this shanu that we are using today, and Sheikh Sufi is talking through. But you got a lot of comments, man. You got a lot of folks giving accolades. You got one Cosmic Mage says Allah is in the Wolof language in the Temple of Ptah. Dates back over 20,000 years.
Yeah, there's a brother from Senegal who was in Kemet in the pyramids, he has a video on YouTube where he's showing the name Allah in the hieroglyphics, man.
Wow.
And he has a video on YouTube, but man, I don't know. That video is not too easy to find.
You know what? That's powerful. Somebody said the email isn't working to ask for a poem. I don't know what Flower Pots 369 is talking about.
CheikHSufi@gmail.com. CheikHSufi@gmail.com is the email.
Okay, I think I have that. So let me hide it for a second. Copy it and then put it stable. Copy. Hold on, y'all. Copy. All right. Add to banner. Scroll across the bottom. Save. Now I'm gonna put it up here so that they can see it without it scrolling. So let me just put it here, paste it. Show for just they give you a timer off. Add banner. There.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna let it shine like that, Sheikh Sufi.
All right.
So what's it like? What's so you say people just are happy.
Happy, when you, man. Happy. And what I like is when you see the beads I got in my hand?
Yeah.
In the holy city of Touba, I can almost say 5 out of 10 people that you walk past will be reciting the names of God with beads in their hand. At least 5 out of 10 people on the street is reciting the names. So this holy city is charged with the divine light of Allah. And from my personal experience, when you walk in the city, you are breathing in particles of light. Literally in Sheikh Ahmed Bamba's city, the air is charged with light because you talking about half of the people outside in the street, la 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 la, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, 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 Sallallahu Muhammad, Sallallahu Muhammad, Sallallahu Muhammad, Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Allah, 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 Barkis on Astagawan, Barkis on Astagawan, Barkis on Astagawan. Everybody is reciting divine names in this city, man.
Amazing, amazing. So you sent me the flyer, and I mean the picture of you, and then you sent a picture of ancient Egyptian picture of a man that looked like he was green. Who was that green man?
That was Osiris. The original, the true name of Osiris is Haru, but you know the picture that was Osiris, who is so mystical, and the Jesus in the Bible is nothing but the retold story of Osiris from Khemet. A lot of people don't know that. Osiris was born of a virgin birth. Osiris died for 3 days and was brought back to life on the 3rd day. Who that sound like?
Yeah, that's a Jesus story.
Okay. So, but the resurrection of Osiris is what we want to talk about this Sunday. This Sunday, we have a lecture called Putting Back Together the Body of Osiris. Osiris was one of the main deities in ancient Khemet. He was a god being. And in reality, Osiris represents you and your consciousness being reconstructed for divinity.
Wow.
So we're going to go into that this Sunday, inshallah.
Oh, and I posted the link for the program Sheikh Sufi is speaking of this Sunday. It's in the show description. Right now, I'm preparing while you're talking, Sheikh Sufi, to put a picture up. Who's doing the graphics, man? This is really a nice looking flyer, bro.
That flyer was done by Sheikh Fatima Ruby in our Sufi school and Sister Aziza Ba. They put that flyer together.
Wow, that is really beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
we have a really good admin team that's running the school. So now all I have to do is teach classes and do zikr. So it makes my life easy to have people in the admin team that's taking care of all the classes and flyers and all that. I used to do everything by myself. Can you believe there was a time I was making the flyers, I was making the links, I was advertising the classes, and I was teaching the classes.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, but Allah made it easy. Now we have so many good people on our team. The only thing I have to do is click a link, say Bismillah Rahman Rahim, and try not to curse when I'm teaching.
Oh, so tell us Sufi, the thing I notice about you, your spirit just feels free. And I see a lot of people, they seem stiff. Why is it that your Sufiness seems like fluid and happy? And I see a lot of different, just saying there's a stiff energy that I notice.
Yeah.
What's with that?
You ever seen the statues of the laughing Buddha?
Yeah.
The laughing, the Buddha with the fat stomach, he's laughing.
Yeah.
The closer Allah, the divine being, is blissful.
Oh.
The closer I get to you, the more you make me smile. I'm like an alcoholic at the grocery store buying. I'm so drunk that I can't help but be happy. The closer I get to Allah, the happier I get, brother. I'm telling you, the divine being is blissful, happy, and ecstatic in the state of love. So that's what happens. The closer I get to Allah, the happier. I got, for the past 3 years, I have a saying that says, "This is the best life ever." This is the best life ever. The closer I get to Allah, the happier I get. I cannot imagine a life better than this. Free from the matrix. You talking to a brother who is, I tell people, my number one inspiration in America. Everybody know Malcolm X. Everybody know Noble Drew Ali. Everybody love Marcus Garvey. But Sheikh Sufi Ba, my inspiration for what I do is Harriet Tubman.
Wow. How tell us how that is. How's that?
Harriet Tubman is the greatest human being I can ever imagine from North America, because she was like Morpheus in the Matrix. Harriet Tubman was free. And what did she do? She risked her life to go back in the South to free people who were enslaved. If they would have caught her, they would have killed her dead. Every time she went back to the South, she was risking her life. So me being free, my goal is to free others from the matrix of the mind, the nafs, the hawa, the passions, the desires. A Sufi Sheikh is free from the ailments of society. A Sufi Sheikh is like a Sufi Sheikh is like somebody sitting on the dock of the bay fishing, catching fish and pulling them out of the water.
Wow.
So yeah, my favorite one of all the people is I love the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, all these people, but Harriet Tubman is my inspiration for what I do. I spend most of the time outside of America now.
Yeah. How's that? Where you at? Where you going?
Okay, right now I'm in Senegal. I'll be in Senegal for a month and a half. When I leave Senegal, I got invited by the Sufi order from Hadra Inyad Khan. I'm gonna go to Italy for a month, up in the mountains in Italy, and teach Sufism in Italy for a month, inshallah. Then after Italy, I got invited to go to Sri Lanka by India. I'm gonna go to Sri Lanka and be in a Sufi retreat for the month of Ramadan, teaching the Holy Quran and doing zikrs in Sri Lanka. So I'll be traveling for at least 3 months before I hit back to North America, inshallah.
I can imagine you going to Italy and having a photo of you next to the Pope.
Man, if I see the Pope, I'm going to smack his monkey ass.
Oh, no. Why are you going to say that, man? He might want to learn.
Say that. You're right. You're right. We're about religious tolerance. We are about religious tolerance. But there's a book. I ain't got to talk about the Pope. There's a book written by the Seventh-day Adventists. If you can find the book that the Seventh-day Adventists wrote about the Pope, you would be like, oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah. I used to have that book in my bookstore when I had a bookstore back in the day. It's a book by the Seventh-day Adventists. What they said about the Pope would turn your hair gray. They said that he has 666 written in Greek on the hat that he wears that's pointed like a Ku Klux Klan hat.
Oh.
That's not me talking. This is what the people in the Lutheran church said. And the other stuff but you know what? Sufis are lovers. I don't hate nobody. I shouldn't have said that about that devil. I mean, I shouldn't have said that about him. But we pray for the peace in the Catholic Church from those people that are molesting the children, and it's okay.
Oh, that's hot. Okay, so I got a question, Sufi.
Yeah.
Is there a prayer from Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba that is sent for healing of jinns or demons? Prayers to heal demons or heal what they call jinns or demons. Is there a prayer?
Yes. Now let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I have a bath right here. You asked, man, get your hand out of my pocket. This is a chronic bath called Asma Tahlil.
Wow.
It's the verses in the Quran that do exorcism, remove jinns, remove curses, remove spells, and it pushes the jinn out of you and puts a protection on you. But with this comes this, which is the Khatim of Suleiman, the 7 seals of Solomon. It's a magic square for protection from magic and jinns. And this goes in the bath with the verses of the Quran. And when you take the bath with it for 7 days, and then you wear it as a talisman, ain't no magic and no jinn can mess with you no more. This is African science. This Khatim Suleiman was used by the Prophet Solomon to control the jinns.
Wow.
And Muslims don't like this science. Muslims will say, you can't be using no magic squares. It's haram. Well, if it was used by the Prophet Solomon, you idiot.
Wow. Because I would hear, the Muslims here in Brooklyn be saying, Prophet said we can't use the word magic or what's the issue?
See, the problem is the word magic is the problem. What we call magic in America and the West is not magic in West Africa. What they call magic in the West, in Africa, is not magic. It's called science.
Ooh.
It's working with the elements of nature. Like, listen to this. You see this right here? This is a tree bark, right?
Yeah.
This is called Qasim Kai. People would say this is magic. It's not magic. The Africans studied nature, plants, and trees and leaves to know the spiritual benefit of them. So I take this right here and put it in water and soak it overnight, and I wash my body with it. It cleans jinns and magic from my body. Is that magic or is that African science?
We need that over here for all this electronics with the cell phone craziness, man.
We definitely need this. I brought some of this to America last year and gave it to all the students who came to our retreat. This is a tree bark that can protect you from jinns and magic.
I hope it can protect against cell phone radiation, because if so, I want some, man.
Yeah, it's called Qasim Kai. I gotta bring some back with me from Senegal, the holy city of Touba.
Yeah, bring some back. I would love to have a piece of that. Hey, do some people wear it around their neck, Sheikh Sufi?
You know, I've never seen people who wear it around the neck, but most of the people I know, they taking the bath with it. All you gotta do is leave it in the bath overnight. You put this in the water in a bucket, and the medicine in here is gonna turn the water red.
Wow.
When the water turns red, you know the medicine is in the bucket. You take the wood out and then you wash yourself with the water. This is African science. This is not magic, people.
I like that. You know what? I would put it in after I do the bath, I'm gonna take that piece of wood and hang it on my neck because I bet you it still got some medicine in it.
Yeah, that's medicine. They got some other leaves, some leaves that you put in the water, turn the water green, wash your body with it. It give you magnetism and bring people to you to buy and do business.
You must have drank a whole bucket full.
Man, man, listen. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm taking a bath with this stuff every day while I'm here, Hank.
Oh, well, bring some of that too, man. Oh, you know,
I'm taking a bath with this science every day. I'm taking a bath with some African science in the water.
Okay. You know what? This is so powerful. Let me put this up. The information provided on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only and not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health providers. You know, y'all see what it's saying. And then we're going to put this up, show disclaimer. The contents represented on this clip is a personal opinion. Interpretations are available for time recording. This channel does not intend to offend, harm, or incite hatred towards any individual, group, or entity. The views expressed are for informational and discussion purposes only. All right. Y'all got the message. All right. So, Sheikh Sufi, imagine, you know, I would love to have some of them green leaves, because imagine making them beads, man. Taking the green leaves and making green beads.
Oh, let me tell you something, Hank.
Oh, boy. Yeah, here we go.
They got another thing over here where you take they have some, I don't even know if I should say, they got something that you put the verse of Quran in this food and eat it. Ooh. And turn your skin bulletproof for the rest of your life just from eating it one time.
You know what? You gotta let me know next time you coming back to Brooklyn, man. Because I'm gonna start saving up my nickels, man.
Over here, they got another prayer. You take 99 like pinto beans or black-eyed peas. You take 99 black-eyed peas. You put the verse of Quran in the black-eyed peas, right? You eat it 1 pea at a time. If you do that, you'll live to be over 100 years and can't nothing kill you or stop you.
Yeah, okay. Put that in my order too. Also, I got a question to ask you, Sheikh Sufi.
I'm over here,
everybody. Oh, this is great. Yo, there's so much divorce and disharmony between black women and men. What kind of root, herb, or anything else do they have? Do they have a lot of problems with women and men in Senegal?
See, that's the thing. In America, we got caught up in this white Eurocentric romance, pie in the sky, American dream, and the relationships end up becoming hell on earth because it's based on something that's illusional. The marriages and relationships in Africa are not based off of romance.
Ooh.
They're based off of what was the word? I need to think of the right word.
Take your time.
Responsibility, commitment, and helping each other is not based off of romance in America. When it's based off of romance, people get their heart broken and they leave. When it's based off of a commitment, when something happens, you still stay together because you're committed. The people in Senegal that they didn't buy into some romantic bullshit like everything's going to be rosy and perfect when we get married. No.
Wow. So I heard from brothers just this past week their wives of 20 years have started to act up. What kind of roots or herbs or bark do bring harmony in the home? Do you have so that you can bring a whole barrel full? Because there's a bunch of folks
Brother,
here that's
now the
miserable.
people ain't gonna like this, but in West Africa, they got something you can put in somebody's food, and if they eat that food, they ain't gonna never ever leave you.
Uh-oh. That sounds like a double edge.
Yeah. So I don't use stuff like that. I don't want nobody, if some shit go down and I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be able to not push your ass. No, sir. I'm not doing that. I don't play around with, but they got it though. But Sheikh Sufi Ba, I do not use none of that.
No, you know what? What about changing people's frequency so everybody in the house be happy? You have some happy bark.
Now Sheikh Obama gave a prayer for that. There's a prayer that we can write. Now this is now you're getting to it. There's a prayer that we can write with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We write the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim a certain amount of times and put it in the house. It'll push the discord and jinn influences and negative energy out of the house and bring peace into the house. That's the best way to do it.
Oh, Sheikh Sufi, can you sing that? It sounds like the prayer is a song. Yeah. Can you sing it?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 You write that on a piece of paper a certain amount of times, the person puts it in their house, it'll bring peace into their house. Yes, it will.
Oh, I like that. So I got another question. And family, if y'all have any questions, put it in the comments so we could ask Sheikh Sufi, because you got a packed house, Sheikh Sufi. What's the connection between Yoruba and Sufism?
That's why I love you. You always ask the right questions. Do you know that so in the Yoruba Ifa tradition, they have someone called the Babalawo.
Yeah.
I got friends who are Babalawos. I got at least 2 disciples who are Babalawo who train in Nigeria. So what we see is that in Sufi West African traditions, we have 2 main people. You have the Sufi Sheikh, who teaches the prayers, the chants, and the zikrs to purify your soul, bring you to a station where you have good character, and raise your station to the light of Allah and the light of Muhammad. That's who you call the Sufi Sheikh. But with the Sheikh, because we're in West Africa, we have another person called a Marabout. Now, the Senegalese Marabout and the Babalawo is basically the exact same person.
Wow.
The Senegalese Marabout, he's the one that's going to do the divination. He's the one who's going to make the talisman. He's the one that's going to do the African sacrifices. He's the one that can give you a prayer to keep your family together. I know a Marabout who if you go, there's people in Senegal, if you went to the doctors and the doctors say you can't have a baby. I know people in Senegal, I know 2 sheikhs, 2 marabouts that have had people from the West, gave them some, what they would call African spiritual practice and medicines, and one family had twins.
Wow.
After they told them they couldn't have babies in the West.
Wow.
So they got stuff over here that can give you stock of life. You say that people in the West say you can't have a baby, bullshit. Come to West Africa with me. I know some people, you'll be pregnant before you leave Senegal. Inshallah.
Wow.
So okay. The Babalawo and the Marabout is basically the same person.
Amazing. Because we don't hear that over here.
No. This is African Islam. This is the African Islam.
So Wow. I'm just processing, integrating. I'm thinking, when was the last time you had some table gin?
Yeah, I had Chevrolet, this week. The Chevrolet is it's the national dish over here, and it's so good. It's so good. The Chevrolet national dish of fish and rice is incredibly good. They eat it over here every day in Senegal.
Every day.
Yeah,
Woo!
some people eat Chevrolet every day
Okay,
because
you
they
got
got more than one kind. They got a Chevrolet with the white rice. Then they got a Chevrolet with the red rice, with the jollof rice.
I like the jollof rice.
Yeah, and it's definitely both of them are good.
Okay, here's a question from Dalton Prod. Can you study Yoruba as a Muslim?
Yes. One of my oldest disciples and best friends is I don't think he mind me saying his name. Maybe I won't say his name. I'll just say Baba O. He's a Muslim Babalawo who goes to Nigeria to learn the Ifa for the past 15, 20 years. He told me when he went to a ceremony in Yoruba land in Nigeria, and the Babalawo opened the ceremony with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. He opened the ceremony with the first chapter Al-Fatiha from the Holy Quran.
Wow.
So in Nigeria, in Nigeria, many of the Sufi Sheikhs are also Ifa practitioners in Babalawo in Nigeria.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's why we say the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous.
I like that. You also got let me see. Somebody asked this guy Dalton Prod, he got another question. How does a Sufi quiet the mind?
Woo!
Wow.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahu la ilaha illahu al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. Lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard. Man dha alladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhnihi ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa la yuhitun bi shay'in min ilmihi illa bima sha'a. وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ وَلَا يَئُودُهُ حِفْظُهُمَا وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. This ayatul kursi is like the most powerful tool that we use to quiet the mind. When you do the chanting of certain verses from the Holy Quran, especially if you chant the ayatul kursi 7 times, after you chant it 7 times, your mind will become peaceful and still. And the more you chant that verse, the more peaceful and still your mind will become. In the Sufi world, we have practices to quiet the mind. And it's based off of the chanting and prayers that we recite.
Wow.
Now, for a new person, you might not know ayatul kursi. The Prophet Muhammad says, don't make Islam difficult for the people. If you can just chant La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. If you chant La ilaha illallah 100 times, your mind will become peaceful, because there's a verse in the Quran that says, Allah bi zikrillahi tatma'inul qulub. Surely by the remembrance of Allah, the hearts are brought to peace. So if somebody knows that, they can type it in the chat. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah means Allah is the only one worthy of worship, but esoterically it means Allah is the only reality. So for new people, we recommend you start with chanting La ilaha illallah 100 times, just 100 times. It'll bring you after you chant La ilaha illallah 100 times, you can sit in meditation and in peace, because your mind will become still.
You know what, Sheikh Sufi? I was talking to a beautiful sister earlier today, and she said, I don't eat black-eyed peas at the start of the new year, and I don't buy no black-eyed peas. And then when I looked it up, it said black-eyed peas is African. It was used by ancient Egypt. Over in
They
Senegal.
eat black-eyed peas here in Senegal.
Tell me about black eyed peas in Senegal, please.
They have a breakfast sandwich called yambe. Yambe, man, yambe is so good. You smack back up, Nick. Yambe is.
Go ahead.
Yambe is a breakfast sandwich made with black-eyed peas and a sauce on some French bread. Man, that yambe sandwich is first time when I first ate it, I was like, "What? I know what this is. Black-eyed peas." Yeah, they eat that here in Senegal.
And what about watermelon? Because she was a little uptight about watermelon. No, she wasn't uptight about watermelon. Black folks over here. Some because of racism associated with watermelon. Some black folks over here a little uptight about eating watermelon in public. What's the deal with watermelon in Africa, Sheikh Sufi?
Man, it's in the holy city of Touba right now. It's watermelon season.
Woo-wee!
So when you go through the city, before you go 10 blocks, you're gonna see at least 15 people selling watermelon. It's everywhere in the city. I got a watermelon in my refrigerator right now. That we ate half of. We got half of it left. So watermelon is prevalent in Senegal, but in West Africa, watermelon pushes shaitan and jinn away from you.
Say that again, please.
Watermelon is a form of it's a talismanic. People, man, listen. People need to. Watermelon is a talismanic food that pushes the jinn and shaitan away from you because water burns jinn and shaitan. They hate water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when you're eating the watermelon, that water is pushing away the jinns and shaitan from you. There's a famous story. Let me tell the story.
Yeah.
Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. One time, Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, the shaitan came to Sheikh Ahmed Bamba dressed up like his brother with a face wrap on. So he couldn't see his face, right?
Yeah.
But Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, knowing who he is, he knew it was the shaitan. Now, Sheikh Ahmed Bamba had a watermelon sitting by him. What the hell? This is a true. Sheikh Ahmed Bamba had a watermelon sitting by him. He said, Bismillah, and just pushed the watermelon towards shaitan. And Shaitan took off running, hauling ass from a watermelon.
Yo, that's deep, bro. So do some people?
So that's how we put two and two together. That the Shaitan does not like watermelon. From that story of Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, I'm not making this up. This is something that happened in our Sheikh's life to let you know that the Shaitan does not like. The watermelon is a protection from Shaitan.
So wait a second. You saying jinns don't like water and watermelon?
You seen the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
What was it that burned the witch?
Water.
They got our science in there. The worlds are water in this world is like fire to a jinn.
Wow.
So water burns a jinn. That's why in Islam we have something called a wudu. Wudu is washing the parts of your body with water before you pray. And our master, Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, said, making a wudu and reciting Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim will protect you from jinns and magic. This is a science. Water is a very powerful tool on the planet Earth for protection.
Wow. Somebody, this is a good one here. It said, share the importance Sheikh Serene Saliu. Saliu. Yeah, who's that?
Who asked that? Serene Saliu is the Sheikh in the picture right there.
Okay.
Now, first of all, who asked that question before I give this answer?
Somebody named Tyrone Mecco BBS 4384.
You're going to call Tyrone, but you can't use my phone.
Oh, he said this is Abdul Mumin Abdul Nur.
Okay, so he trying to get me to share something that the master, can y'all see his picture over there in the corner?
A little bit. He looked like he got on a white hat. Okay.
That's
I
the
seen
master
that.
Serene.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the master Serene Sayu who he's talking about. And that is the master that I took my initiation and my bayat with in 1996.
Wow.
Now, I don't know how far you want this rabbit hole to go.
Take it. Pedal on down, man.
Serene Salihu was the last living son of Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba.
Okay.
He was more than we can say in public. Serene Salihu was what we call, I'm going to try to keep it halal, so if some Muslims see this show, they won't. Serene Salihu was what we call Khalifatullah fil Ard.
Who's that?
My master, who I took the initiation with, and the one, when I give the bayat is not going to me, it's going to my master who I took the bayat with.
Okay.
That's what makes the initiation so powerful. I'm not giving you a connection to me. I ain't nobody. I'm not nobody for nobody to say, oh, this guy is no, it's not me. My master is the master.
Mm-hmm.
He was the highest human being on the planet Earth while he was here. He had the station of what you call in the Holy Quran that says, we will establish a representative on the earth. In the Arabic, that's called Khalifatullah fil Ard. My master Serene Salihu, because of who he came from, Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba, he was the highest being on the planet.
Wow.
To the fact that listen to what he said.
Go ahead.
One of his sayings. My master said, if anyone, he didn't say Muslim, he didn't say disciple. He said, if anyone on earth dies while I'm here and goes to hell, I would be ashamed.
Wow.
What kind of statement is that? That means he said, if anybody, a Christian, a Jew, he said, basically, while I'm on earth, anybody that dies is going to go to heaven. Ain't nobody going to hell while I'm on earth.
That's powerful, man. I like the way that sounds.
That's beyond what we call a Sufi Sheikh.
That sounds supernatural gangster.
Yeah, and there's a story that there was a Sheikh who came from Mauritania. A Sufi master came from Mauritania to see Serene Salihu, and he talked to the Sheikh and said, Sheikh, I'm scared that when I die, I might go to hell from some sins. Can you pray for me so that when I die, I don't go to hell? Guess what the Sheikh said to him?
What?
He said, can you ask me to pray for something else? He said, you have seen me. Can you please ask me to pray for something else? Basically telling the Sheikh, you're not going to hell. You seen me.
Wow.
He literally told him, ask me to pray for something else. That you don't need that prayer. You're not going, you see.
Wow.
So the first day, and I'm going to stop after this, because what I know about Serene Salihu is enough to make a nigga go crazy. Energy building, taking all types of medicine. You thought you was better than Sheikh Sufi. I keep playing it's in orbit.
Wow.
The first day I took my bayat with Serene Salihu, and then we got to change the subject because I go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The first day I took my bayat with Serene Salihu in 1996, Brother Aunt.
Yeah.
Listen. He came in my room that night and took me out of my body and took me up into the heavens. We was traveling through the heavens, and I seen stars going past me like this.
That's deep.
The first night he took me up into heaven.
The first night?
The first night I took my bayat with him in 1996 on a Sunday. That Sunday night, he came and took me out of my body and took me into the heavens.
Wow.
And so if that was the first night, what you think 20 years with him was like?
So I got a question. we got folks down here talking about the earth is flat. When you was flying through the sky, what did it look like? I mean, through space. Did you see the planet?
Man, I don't want to tell all of my story, but I had an experience where I traveled to the end of this universe and it was circular.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheikh.
It was circular. I went up past the heavens and past the sky to it was a round disc. And in that, it was a round disc with a capsule. And if I went in the capsule would turn over and put me in another universe. And I was like, nigga, please, you work for UPS. I ain't going to no another universe. I'm good. But it was a round. It's round. It's not flat. I've seen this with my own eyes.
Now, you know, what does Africans think?
Too much.
Yo, no, this is good stuff. Do Africans think the earth is flat?
They'll laugh at you if you say some dumb ish like that.
Woo! That's thank you, Sheikh.
This entire universe is based off of circles and spheres.
Wow!
Everything is everything. The atoms themselves are round, spherical shapes.
Right.
Yeah.
The miseducation of Negroes over here, brother, is like off the chain.
Man, you said something. One of the best books I ever read to start my journey was The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson.
Yep. So I got another question.
All
Senegalese women, do they know do they try to be fake masculine in Senegal, or do they stay in their feminine energy?
You know, I don't want to make any of our African-centered sisters in America disappointed, but this is a sensitive topic, brother.
Yo, it's crazy going on over here. You ain't missing nothing right now in Senegal. I mean, they're dressing like men, wearing pants, you know, I think it might be chemicals from the chemicals in the water and the food, Sheikh Sufi, but it's like there's chemically a hyper masculine energy unless it's a white man supervising them. Now, what's going on with the black women in Senegal?
Now, the black women, the African-centered women, the problem is European white supremacy programming, not only in the black women, but in the black people in America. We came up under literal white supremacy terrorist concepts that made us hate each other. So it's not the woman's fault. It's the conditioning. What the most deaf said, my conditioning has been conditioned.
Damn.
So it's not the black woman's fault. It's not the black man's fault. We just came up under a system that said the white man's ice is colder. Oh. You got shit like angel food cake is white, devil's food cake is black. All this subliminal programming to get you to hate blackness. You know, and then they give you a picture of a white Jesus.
Yeah.
And a white Santa Claus.
Yeah.
All of this is subliminal programming to make you feel inferior. So the women in Africa don't have that type of brainwashing. So their mind is free from white supremacy, and they can live in the African-centered concept, which puts the man and the woman in a balance with each other, not one over the other. In African societies, men and women, at least I can't speak for all societies, but in Senegal, the men and the women are on the same equal level.
Wow.
And they don't have a problem being in what we would call a submissive nature. It's not a submissive, we have in the universe, the problem is in the West, they got it twisted. In the West, the entire universe is based off of yin and yang energy.
Right.
women are naturally yin, and men are naturally yang.
Right.
So it's not about one species being superior or inferior. That is just the nature that God gave us. Women are more yin in nature and men are more yang. And when a woman becomes more yang, she's out of balance. And you know what the hell happens when a man becomes more yin? He's out of balance.
Right. Right.
Bati boy then boom bye bye in a bati boy head.
Do you have that situation happening in Senegal, like the craziness happening in Atlanta?
What's the craziness in Atlanta? I have no idea.
The significant percentage of men wanting to live like outside of their male nature. I'll just say it like that.
Oh, you know what? I lived in Atlanta for a while, and it's like an epidemic.
Yeah.
The men that love the men and men together is no. You don't see that. That is not in Senegal. I think Senegal is worse than Jamaicans when it comes to that type of behavior.
Really?
Because let me tell you a story. I had a chauffeur, a driver named Ibrahim. And we were riding through a place where there's tourists in Senegal and people who didn't have on Islamic clothes, right? And Ibrahim was saying, may Allah protect us from these bad people. May Allah protect us from these bad people. I said, Ibrahim, this ain't nothing. He said, what you talking about? I said, Ibrahim, if you go to America with me, what would you do if you saw two men holding hands and kissing on the street? He said, I'll kill one of them. He said, at least one of them gonna die. Okay. I said, what? He said, Ibrahim said, he had a machete in his car. He grabbed a machete. He said, Abdullah, if I see two men on the side of the street kissing, one of them's gonna die.
Woo-wee.
And this is an average brother in Senegal who said that to me a couple years ago. Well, so now you ain't gonna see that in Senegal, not no time soon. No.
Okay, I got another question, Sheikh Sufi. Do you have Chinese trying to come to Senegal and put up Chinese restaurants and selling fake rice?
Man, you know what I like about the Africans? I was here, it was about 2000, 2001. The Chinese people was trying to come into Senegal, right? Do you know they had TV shows and radio shows saying don't buy nothing from these people?
Wow.
They were united in their protests. The Africans was like, you cannot come in our country and sell us rice. We growing our own rice. You can't come in our country and sell us a fake African dashiki. We're making our own clothes. The Senegalese people were united in a stand against them from coming into their country. I mean, I was radio shows, TV shows protesting so that now you don't see too many Chinese people in Senegal. They wasn't going for it.
Wow.
Yep.
Yo,
they was not going for it.
Over here, the price of silver then shot past $70 an ounce. And silver. And gold is over almost $5,000 an ounce.
I need to do some business because gold and silver is dirt cheap in America. This is gold and silver is cheap here.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I could pull it up right now and show you, man. The price of gold here in America and the price of silver is crazy off the chain. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. I'm gonna show you. Here it is right here. Sheikh Sufi, I'm gonna see if you could see family. Y'all can see it. Hold on. Share screen. Here it is right here. This is hold on, let me move this out the way. Here's the price of gold, Sheikh Sufi. $4,324 an ounce.
You gotta be kidding me.
Silver, $71.82 an ounce.
Brother, can you remind me tomorrow to go to the market and price some gold and silver?
Platinum, $2,100 an ounce. That's what's happening here.
Yeah, if you can remind me tomorrow when I go to ask a jeweler how much is the gold and how much is the silver, I bet you it don't cost that much.
Wow. Yo, what's the average lifespan in Senegal? Because there's a lot of Senegalese here nowadays.
You know, I think people in Senegal, there's a lot of old people here that's older than 90 that could be even a little bit over 100. The average lifespan in Senegal could be 85 to 87, almost 90 years old. People over here don't be dying early.
They be flopping and dropping. The vegetarians be dying faster than the meat eaters, man.
They had an interview with a brother here in Senegal. He was 108. Okay, the man was 108, and he had a daughter who was 7 years old.
So
the interviewer asked him at that age, is everything still working? How is your daughter 7 years old? The old man, he started laughing, covered his mouth.
Wow.
He didn't say so yeah, he's 108, still can have children. And you got people in America, they get 60 years old and they're impotent.
Yo, here in America, there's hangups with older men and women still in their reproductive years. Like if a man is like 60 and he has a woman that's like 22, it got, the community, is chastised upon it. What's the attitude in Senegal with older men and younger women?
Listen, man, in Africa, and I think this is across the board in Africa, there's no problem with an older man having a younger wife. That is not an issue here in Senegal. That's not an issue. When I lived in Morocco, that was not an issue for a man to be 50 and have a wife who's 20. In Senegal, it's not an issue for somebody to be 60 and have a wife who's 20. They don't look at the age like they do in the West. It's not an issue over here. It's not an issue at all.
Fascinating. Now, what about older Senegalese women having a 20-something-year-old man?
That's possible too. Age is not a number over here. Now, it's not an issue. It's not an issue over here. Are you talking about Stella got her groove back?
Yeah. Because
that's an issue over here.
Because the older women here in America, they say, yeah, look at that old man with that young woman. But then they go to Jamaica to get their groove back.
Nah, in Senegal, the age is not a number. Now, I will tell you something. They have a drink here in Senegal. The name of the drink, it should be called 19 again.
Uh-oh.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. If if there's some old people and some, they got a drink over here made out of natural herbs. You drink that, you're going to have breakfast in the morning.
Yo, you got a bundle that you need to bring back here, man, because everything here is corrupt. The food is jacked.
Oh, every time, whenever I come to Senegal, I reverse aging. You can find a picture of me in America 3 months ago, and I look almost 10 years older.
Yeah, I see that.
Look now today after almost a month in Senegal. When I come because of the food, the lifestyle, the sunshine, walking outside in the sand with no shoes on, melanated beings love the sun. I literally de-age when I come here.
Wow. So I got another question. Families, do the old folks kick out? I mean, the family kick out the old folks like they do here in America, where they throw them in citizen centers?
Concept. I don't think they for a few. I don't think they have. I've never heard of a old folks home in Senegal. In Senegal, they'll have 3 generations living in one house.
Wow.
In Senegal, we don't have the concept like, oh, you 18, you got to get out and get your own house. Grandmom and granddad stay in the house. They don't. in this holy, in the holy city of Touba, it ain't no such thing as an old folks home. They'll look at you crazy like you try to put the old what? You're not gonna keep the old folks. The elderly people here are so respected. It would be a sin and a shame to put them somewhere to live by themselves. That don't exist in African culture.
Now, what about the old people trying to dye their hair from gray to black, or do they have gray hair? Most of the old folks.
Most of the people here do not dye their hair, but because of the influence of the French, they do have something in Senegal called skin bleaching. And for me, it's a problem because some of the women will bleach their skin to try to be light skinned.
I saw that up in Senegal in Harlem.
That's a problem. They got so much bleaching screen. In Touba, in the holy city of Touba, you don't see it at all. But when you go to Dakar, you see women whose hands are light, but the knuckles are still black, Jack. That bleaching screen cannot turn your knuckles light. You see their feet? The feet will be light skinned, but the toes and the still be black. It's so hilarious how the bleaching cream does not work on the nose, the knuckles, and the toes.
Wow.
The melanin is too deep in them areas.
I'm pretty sure other places too, but we ain't gonna touch that. Oh man. Wow. Yo, Sheikh, this is a fascinating show, man, as always. Let me think what else. What's the best car to drive in Senegal? Because American cars start falling apart when you leave the parking lot. What's the most common car in Senegal?
You know, it's amazing that one of the most common cars in Senegal is a Mercedes-Benz.
Really?
And they say if you have an old Mercedes-Benz, that means you got old money.
Interesting.
Like you had a Benz in your family for if you just driving the new one, they like, oh, this guy got new money. But the old Benz is a symbol of old money. And then after the Benz, a lot of people drive a Peugeot. They drive you don't see American cars in Senegal hardly ever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mostly European cars.
Now,
you do see Volkswagens, German cars, but I haven't seen it. You don't see no Ford cars over here. No American cars over here, really.
Yeah, y'all ain't missing nothing then. What about over here is a lot of violence, murders and muggings, and how do they deal with those kind of things in Senegal?
It was very, when I started coming back, I started coming to Senegal in 1996. And you could almost say from 1996 to the year 2000, I can literally say there wasn't one murder in the country.
Wow.
People, they don't have a problem with guns and violence here. They don't have a problem with guns and violence here. Last year, they had a problem when they had the president election, the new president and the old president. They had student protests. And in the student protests, I think about 18 students got killed and died. And it was like the whole country, they couldn't understand. Because for years, that was the first time anybody died in a protest in this country.
Wow.
So even the protests over the years were peaceful. So just last year, they had about 18 students died in a student protest against the government. And the country was like shocked. They could not believe that somebody actually died in the protest. That's how peaceful this place is.
There's a lot of Senegal brothers coming over now. Like I see a lot of them now doing deliveries and stuff. Why would they even want to come over here? Because this place is crazy, man.
See, that's what, it's And that's a sad story because you got people, how does it work? They take a plane to South America, and then they walk through the jungles through South America to get to like Texas or New Mexico, and they literally risking their lives to get in America off of a false dream. The internet is dangerous.
You said that right.
People, Senegalese people do not believe that there's homelessness in America. If you tell somebody in Senegal there's people in America that's homeless, they be like, what?
Yo, that's
because the internet makes America look like it's the dream country. Like, oh, if I go to America, I can have money. I can be successful. Money is growing on the trees. That's the way they make America look in Africa. So people here, they do almost anything to try to get there, but they don't know that it's not what it seems based off of the internet presentation.
Wow. Yo, yeah. Cheikh Sufi, this is amazing, man. So, it being that this is the so-called first day of the year over here, what's the first day of the year in Senegal?
The first day of the year in Senegal was about 5 months ago, because in Senegal, we were following the Islamic calendar. And that's crazy because the Islamic New Year was about 6 months ago, and I was here in Senegal. I was here 6 months ago for the Islamic New Year, and I'm here for the so-called Gregorian calendar New Year. So I experienced 2 New Years in Senegal this year. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. So in Senegal, so in Islam, is that the alignment with the moon or the star system Sirius?
Yeah, exactly. Because the Islamic calendar is based off of the lunar calendar and the moon. And it has to be based off of a moon sighting. Some of the Islamic months could be 28 days, but the month won't change until they see the moon. You know, it's always a big issue when Ramadan comes because they'll put a start date for Ramadan on the internet. But in Islamic countries, and especially Senegal, they're not going to start that fast until somebody actually see the moon, a new moon with their eyes. They don't go by what's on the internet.
Interesting. Now, what about things in Senegal? What about things like cancer and heart disease? Because over here, number one cause of death is heart disease. Second, followed by cancer. Third, by medical malpractice.
Now, let me tell you something. This tree bark.
Yeah.
In Senegal, you can see, you'll see a person on the side of the road, right? You know how you rake your leaves and you have a big pile of leaves?
Yeah.
Well, in Brooklyn, y'all probably don't do that too much.
But not now, but go ahead.
So in Senegal, you'll see somebody sitting on the side of the road with a whole pile of, it looked like twigs, leaves, sticks, and it looks like somebody just swept their whole front yard and put all the pile of leaves and twigs together. But they have different leaves for cancer, different leaves for blood pressure, kinkly by different teas. So what I'm saying is there's much less sickness here because people are dealing with traditional plant-based medicines and not the European medicines. What we find is that in Senegal and in China and other countries like that, the Africans, we have something called preventive medicine. You drink these teas, you drink these herbs, you wash yourself with these tree barks, you bathe in some leaves to keep you healthy, to prevent sickness. In America, they have what's called reactionary medicine. In America, they wait till you get sick to give you something to cure the sickness. In Senegal, they give you something to prevent you from getting sick. It's a totally different concept with the Africans.
That's why you looking good, brother.
I'm telling you, I feel younger over here.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You definitely look like, you're in a healthy space place. Ooh,
Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah for good health.
Yeah. Any closing words before we wrap it up, brother?
I want to say thank you for having me on the show, and we pray that in this upcoming year, do your best to find yourself. Our beloved Noble Drew Ali was asked, someone came to Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple, and they asked Noble Drew Ali, what should I study? He said, study yourself. They asked him again, okay, after that, what should I study? He said, study yourself. They asked him a third time, what should I study? He said, study yourself. I'm asking all of you within the sound of my voice to get to know yourself this year. Who are you? Who am I? On all of the ancient Kemetic temples, outside of the temple, above the door, they had the slogan that said, know thyself. Know thyself. The true self is a divine being having a human experience, but because of the lifestyle in the West and what Bob Marley calls the rat race, people never get a chance to tune into their divinity. So I'm asking you, in this new Gregorian calendar year, please take some time to study and know yourself. The self does not, and I'm going to give you a hint. Imagine your true self does not have a birthday, and your true self will never die. The true you is an immortal being beyond birth and death. But most of us never get in contact with that immortal self.
Wow.
That is what I would say to everyone this year. Study and know yourself. And when the Sufi saying is, I set out on a journey to find myself and I found Allah. And when I went on a journey to find Allah, I found myself.
Yo, that's powerful right there, brother. Now, I got a question. Now, like there's certain Yoruba houses that do an annual forecast for the year, and that's coming up. In Senegal?
Yes,
go ahead, brother.
In Senegal, the sheikhs will give a reading for the year, and then they will tell everyone. They might say, but this is done during the Islamic New Year. They'll do the reading and say, okay, we're asking everyone to give away 2 bags of rice, 3 kilograms of bread, and some sugar. So when they do the reading, they'll tell the whole country. They come on the radio and the TV and tell the whole country. The Sheikh said, this year we need to give this offering to prevent and protect us from the tests and trials that were seen in the reading that was done for that year.
Wow.
They do that here in Senegal.
So according to that system, we only like halfway through the year right now.
Right? We probably where we at? We are literally we're in the month of Rajab, Shaban, and then Ramadan. So 6, 7, 8, 7. We're in the 7th month on the Islamic calendar. We're in the month of Rajab, the 7th month. The next month is Shaban, the 8th month, and then the 9th month is the month of Ramadan and fasting. So yeah, we about halfway through the 12-month calendar, a little bit through the past. We're in the 7th month on the 12th month of the lunar calendar right now.
Now, what's the forecast according to the Islamic calendar that happened back in June or July? What do they say about the year?
I can't even remember. I can probably ask somebody, but what I can tell everyone If you want your life to be better, if you having an obstacle getting a job, or you having an obstacle in relationships, or you're having an obstacle in health, the best way to get God Allah to help your situation is to cook some food in your house and take that food and give it away to homeless people that don't have food.
Wow.
I don't give a flying fuck rat's ass what your religion is. If you cook some food and give it to some homeless people, your life will get better. Period. You don't need a Sufi Sheikh or a Bible hour to give you a reading to tell you how to get your life problem solved. I'm telling you right now, if every month, at least once a month, cook some food and take it and give it to a homeless shelter, or go find them homeless people sleeping by the bridge, cook that food and take it and give it to them homeless people. And if you do that, some people you can't do it. If you do it at least once a month, the better your life will get. The more you do it, the more blessings will be in your life. And it don't matter what your religion is. If you start cooking food and feeding people, your life is going to get better.
That's awesome, bro. Thank you for sharing that. So, you got me thinking, do people make watermelon seed necklaces in Senegal?
I've never seen it. But most of the people here in Senegal, they eat the seeds.
Okay.
I told somebody the other day that was eating the seeds. I was like, you eating the seeds? They said, yeah. I said, in America, they tell us if you eat the seeds, a watermelon will grow in your stomach. They start laughing.
Wow. Yo, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, because people, a lot of people still under the miseducation from post-traumatic slave syndrome, and they feel spooky about black-eyed peas, spooky about watermelon. And here, this is African, ancient Egyptian food. So I thank you for bringing that clarity, man. Go ahead.
When I get off of the show, I'm going to eat my dinner tonight. I'm about to eat some popcorn and some watermelon.
That's what's up, man.
I'm just putting my business out in the street. When we get off this camera, I'm going to eat me some watermelon and some popcorn, and that's my dinner. I tried to cut back on my food while I'm here in Senegal to get a higher vibration.
Yo, Sheikh Sufi, it's always an honor and pleasure and fun. Thanks, Brother Baraka, for being in the audience. Thank you, Kafunya. Thank you, the listening audience. And we're going to close out. Oh, Sheikh Sufi, do a closing prayer, please.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina siratal mustaqim Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim Amana Rasulu bima unzila ilayhi min rabbihi wa mu'minun Kullun amana billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rasulihi لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما أنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم كاف يا عين صاد كاف يا عين صاد كاف يا عين صاد Kufitu kula dararing Allahu bisiri la ilaha illallahu Habli Muradia Kama Huhu Bisiri La ilaha illallahu Yasir Liya Usra Kama Afuhu Bisiri La ilaha illallahu Allah Nabil Mustafa Yalahu Salibi La ilaha illallahu Salatan Mugnin Bislam Allah Bisiri La ilaha illallahu. We are praying by the names of the holy beings, Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba, Sheikh Ibrahim, Serene Saliu, Serene Falu, Sona Mam Astugawan, Sona Mam Jarabuso, Sona Mam Fati Jakati, Sona Mam Sainambu Jai. We are praying by the tawasul of all these holy beings that everyone within the sound of my voice will be protected from the jinns, the shaitan, and the negative energy in their life. And that by the names Ya Fatahu, Ya Wahabu, Ya Razaku, they will see an opening in financial freedom within the next 30 days. We are praying for wealth and prosperity to come to all of us by the blessings of the names Ya Fatahu, Ya Wahabu, Ya Razaku. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima uglika wa khatimi lima sabaka nasrul haqi bahaq wa hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi aka qadrihi wa miqdar al-din. Barkisona Astugawan, Barkisona Astugawan, Barkisona Astugawan, Barkisona Astugawan, Barkisona Astugawan, Barkisona Astugawan, Barkis Srin Sayu Srin Palo Mam Sheikh Irafal Kadim Rasul, Barkisona Astugawan. Assalamu alaikum, beloved family alike. Go into the description. Please sign up and register for our free class this Sunday, putting back together the body of Osiris. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We love you, brother Rising Sun. We thank you for this opportunity.
And thank you, Sheikh Sufi. This was an amazing show. And thank you for that healing incantation prayer. And family, I want to thank all of you for who are listening now and in the future. Listen to this show more than once, because Sheikh, you dropped a lot of information today, man.
Brother, I always say it's not me, it's you. You ask the best questions. People should thank you for you always ask. Literally, what I teach on your show, if you watch Sheikh Sufi on other podcasts and other shows, you're going to be like, brother, I must be the Michael Jordan of shows, because what I say on your show is way higher than anything I say on any other show. So it's not me. It's you're bringing the questions that bring the light, brother. So people should say thank you for asking those good questions, man.
Well, I was enriched. Asking those questions and your answers was very healing, Sheikh Sufi. So I thank you. In the words I learned from you, Jerry Jeff, you got folks here. Just the audience was loving what you was sharing, and the comments is packed. So
and
you're
I want to tell
anytime.
the people, come to the class. We have a free class this Sunday, putting back together the body of Osiris. But also we have the Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba. This is the free class this Sunday. You should try to register for the class. But then on December the 11th, we have an 8-week class starting teaching a book from Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba on Sufism. The name of the book is called The Keys That Open the Gates of Heaven and Lock the Gates of Hell. We're going to teach this book from Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba, and you need to register for that at the Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba International Sufi School online. If you're interested in taking some Sufi classes, send me the email, sheikhsufi@gmail.com. We'll send you over to get you registered for our 3-year Sufi curriculum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Barke Sering Sayyid. Thank you so much, Sheikh.
Thank you. Walaikum salam. Hey, what does that last piece in Islam? You say Rahmat. I remember Professor Kareem, God bless him. He would say
Rahmat. Bless his soul. Yeah, we say Assalamu alaikum, which means may the peace of Allah be upon you. Then we say Wa rahmatullah, which is saying, and the mercy of Allah be with you.
Beautiful. With that being said, Shukran, Jada Jeff. Until the next show.